यमुना तीरावनचारि यमुना तीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Gaura Haribo, 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 Letai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gopi Manande, Jai Mishpat, Amam Sapri Vacharyas, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnavirind Gopi Premanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, Sri Guru and Gaurang, Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Hare Krishna. We are very, very happy to have His Grace Gopi Bhav Prabhu with us today. So, a brief introduction of Prabhuji today of Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji is an alumnus of Sainik School, Tamil Nadu, and also he has pursued his graduation from NIT Surathkal in electrical and electronics engineering. After graduating from the college, he worked in a multinational company for 5 years as a quality assurance manager, uh, PCH Electric Limited, and he had a remarkable honesty and simplicity at his work, and he inspired so many of his colleagues also to get introduced to Krishna consciousness. In 2010, Prabhuji decided to dedicate his life in this in the mission of his of Guru and to Srila Prabhupada's mission and to perfect his own life. In his service, he also preached in various IITs and NIT colleges. With his extraordinary commitment to sadhana and exemplary behavior, he was appointed as pre-brahmachari trainer for entire Delhi NCR uh, area and he's been training devotees who join this pre-brahmachari course for last 15 years. He had trained hundreds of devotees to pursue devotional service in brahmachari ashram and is currently guiding many leaders in leaders also. Every year he trains more than 50 devotees and he touches lives of each and every devotee who comes under his training. So in my interactions also in my services, whenever I interact with any devotee from Delhi NCR area, so many devotees they share that Prabhu, the training which I have got, that is all credit goes to His Grace Gopi Bhav Prabhu. So many devotees I have seen, and um, so he's also member of Brahmachari Council in Iskcon Delhi, and he also underwent IELTS training program. Also a teacher of Bhakti Shastri course. So so we are very happy and blessed to have Prabhuji here. We would like to welcome Prabhuji to the Shishi Radha Madan Mohan Mandir by once chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, to the activities of Agni. Sloka number 12. लोकं प्रदर्श्य सुहृतं तवकं मे यत् यत्र इदम् उरुसवया अपूर्व अस्मद्विदस्य मन उन्यानु विभरति भव अद्भुतं सरसरसा सुधादि वक्त्रे लोकं प्रदर्शय सुहृतं तवाकं मे यत् यत्रत्ययितं उरसय भवया अपूर्वो अस्मद्विदस्य मनोगुणयानो बिभर्ति भवाद्भुतं सरसा सुधादिवक्त्रे लोकं प्रदर्शय सुहृतां तवाकमे यत्रत्ययितं उरसवया पूर्वो अस्मद्विदस्य मनोनयो बिभर्ति भव अद्भुतं सरस सुधादि वक्त्रे लोकं प्रदर्श्य सुहृतां तवाकमे यत्रत्ययितं वृषावयो पूर्वो अस्माद् विदस्य मनो न यो नो बिभर्ति भवाद्भुतं सरसा सुधाधिवक्त्रे लोकं प्रदर्श्य सुरतं तवाकं मे यत्प्रज्ञयुक्तं रसाय वै ब्रुवो अस्माद्विदस्य मनोन्नयनो विवर्ति अद्भुतां सरसा रससुधाधिवक्त्रे माताजी लोकं प्रदर्श्य सुरतं तवाकमे यत्र त्यगितं मुरुसाय ब्रुवो अस्माद्विदस्य मनोन्नयनो विवर्ति Krishna. Word meaning Lokam, residential place. Pradarsya, please show. Suhritama, oh best of friends. Tavakam, your, me, unto me. Yatratya, a person born wherein. Itam, like this. Urasa, by the chest. Avyava, two limbs, breasts. Apurva, wonderful. Asmat vidasya, of a person like me. Mana unnayanu, very agitating to the mind. Vivarti, sustains. Vahu, many. Adbhutam, wonderful. Sarasa, sweet words. Rasa, amorous. Gesture like smiling. Sudha adi, such as nectar. Vaktate, in the mouth. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation, oh best friend. Okay, you can repeat after me. Oh best friend, will you kindly show me the place where you reside? I cannot imagine how the residents of that place have gotten such wonderful bodily features as your raised breast, which agitates the mind and eye of a person like me who sees them. Judging by the sweet speech and kind smiles of those residents, I think that their mouth must contain nectar. Purport. Still bewildered, Agnidhar wanted to see the place from which the Brahmana boy had come. When the men had such raised breast, such attractive features, he thought must be due to the severe austerity performed there. Agnidhar addressed the girl as Suhritam, the best friend, so that she could not refuse to take him there. Not only was Agnidhar captivated by the girl's raised breast, he was also attracted by her sweet speech. Nectar seemed to emanate from her mouth, and therefore he was increasingly surprised. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Tadati Shapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubesha Kripa Sindhube Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Pashat Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy to be here. So, I think I'm coming for the second time here. So last time I came, I had we heard Radhesham Prabhu's lectures, and then Brahmachari class also we heard. At this time, they told to give class. That also activities of Maharaj Agnidhar. I requested that someone has to give. Maybe some congregation devotee can give. I said it's very difficult to. I don't know what I'm going to speak, but yes, whatever I heard from my seniors, I try to share. Why this topic is being discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam? Because this is trying to show our weakness actually. Through this Srimad Bhagavatam, we're trying to understand our weaknesses actually. So if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada says that the Srimad Bhagavatam should be understood in the very sequential way from the Canto 1 to the Canto 10. We should not jump to the Canto 10. So the first canto actually deals with what is the quality of an hearer and the quality of a speaker. So because generally we have using the senses, we have a tendency to enjoy anything we do. We try to enjoy. Same way when you come to Srimad Bhagavatam, we think that this class will be more enjoying for me. So there should be some jokes, there should be some entertainment. So understanding this purpose, some speakers crack joke also, so that to keep them, what do you say, not they should not sleep and they should be active, right? So, but that is not the way to hear. The way to hear is to, in the service attitude, we should hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada says that if you read Srimad Bhagavatam in a service attitude, you can see Krishna in every page. So, but it's not so easy to develop service attitude. It's very difficult actually, because we have this tendency to enjoy. So the first canto actually deals with that, and then the second canto actually talks about history of Srimad Bhagavatam, how Srimad Bhagavatam is given to Lord gave to Lord Brahma, and then what are the different types of sadhanas, and then what is the topmost sadhana, that is chanting of the holy name. And then in the end, of the second canto, it's explained what are the 10 topics which is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Mainly these 10 topics: Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam, Uti, Manvantra, Ishanu Katha, Nirodh, Muktir, and Ashray. So these 10 topics actually, it is there in all the canto, but certain canto, the certain topics is very prominent. Just in third canto, the Sarga, that is primary creation, which is very prominent. So the third canto mainly deals with the initial attitude a sadhaka has. The initial attitude is what? Anything we see, we want to enjoy. That's the attitude a person has. This metal world is meant for what? For my enjoyment. So then he's trying to exploit that. And then the scientists, actually, they're doing a perfect job to increase this desire. So there is no God, and we'll do a lot of arrangements so that any little bit imperfection is there to enjoy. We will make sure that that problem you will not have. So in future you will enjoy at fullest extent. So the third canto teaches us that this material world is not meant for enjoyment. Behind this material world, there's some person is there. The creator of this material world is the Lord. To make us understand that, that third canto is actually explained. There is a fight between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varaha. So Lord Varaha is meant for known for sacrifice, and then Hiranyaksha is known for enjoying mentality. And then the fourth canto deals with misconception of karma. So like, okay, we will follow all the Vedic rituals, so by that we can do good a lot of enjoyment, right? By doing pious activities, so we can enjoy. That is subtle way of enjoying. Like Daksha, he does a lot of Vedic rituals so that he can become powerful, and he can enjoy more. And then Lord Shiva, there's a clash between Daksha and Lord Shiva. The Shiva actually represents what? Renunciation, right? So even in like in Vedic way of living, even that is also is that is not the way we should live in this metal world. So even that, because when you do a lot of rituals, then generally we become pride. If you see in the fourth canto, it deals with offenses. When a person becomes proud, then he offends others. No, so in fourth canto it deals with that, and then now which we are dealing with, it is fifth canto, that is Sthanam. Sthanam is how we are situated, how the living entity is situated actually. So, like if you see, if you read the verse number 5, 1, 14, it's a very beautiful verse which actually explains that the bull, in a bull, the sensitive part is what? The nose, no? So, from there, the rope is there. So, if the bull goes in the wrong direction, what they do? They pull the rope. Same way, the Lord Jai Shri Shri Gaunithai ki, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So, um, so when you pull the rope, what happens? There's a pain. No? Same way, the the Lord has created this universe, and then Lord has given us some limitation, right? Some boundaries. He has set us boundaries. We have to respect that boundaries. Just like a man has certain boundaries, uh, female has certain boundaries. They have to respect their boundaries. Right? One should not imitate, a man should not imitate woman should not imitate man. Because in the modern world, man want to become woman want to become man, white person want to become black, and black person want to become white, and sometimes they become dog. Right? It's recently something, So when you disrespect the laws of nature, then it will be very painful. Then your life will be full of suffering. That's the main theme in this canto actually. So the two main concept is explained in this canto, is the law of nature, and then the uh, division of the universe. How the universe are divided. So if you follow the rules and regulation given by the Lord, you will actually what? You will progress. If you don't follow the rules and regulation given by the Lord, then you devolve, then you'll go to hellish planet. That's what in the end of this fifth canto, what it is given, description of hellish planet. Right? So that's what if first half of the fifth canto describes about sthanam, that is the moral law, that law of middle nature we have to follow. And then in the second part, the different planetary system, how everyone is meant for glorifying the Lord. Even though the different living entities placed in a different planetary system, but they should actually what? Glorify the Lord. And then there is a great speciality of the world which we are living in, that is called Karma Bhumi. Other Bhumi is Bhog Bhumi, and but here which we are living is Karma Bhumi, and we have to do karma according to dharma. When you do karma according to dharma, then you will evolve, and then you will go back to Godhead. So that's the main thing. That's why the demigods praise, they glorify Mother Earth, that you are also fortunate you have taken birth in Bharat. Hmm? Because very small lifespan, small time, you can fulfill the mission of human form of life. You can go back to Godhead. So they glorify the greatness of the people who has taken birth in Bharatvarsha. So, and especially this second chapter, which actually the romance between Maharaj Agnidhar and Purvachiti, so which has been explained. Um, so mainly from this, even though it very detailedly explained, but the essence we can take is that this is the energy which we need to um, properly, what do you say, directed. If you don't direct this energy in a proper way, then it will can create a very big disaster. So especially this sex life, if you take any religion, there is a lot of restrictions when it comes to sex life. If a religion does not have any restriction on the sex life, then that is not a true religion actually. So that's why we have a marriage system, so that the marriage is done for the procreation of the child, and then one should have only one wife, or he should have indulgent sex life with his wife. There's so much of restriction, so that that energy can be used in a proper way. But now the modern world actually, in the name of freedom, now this same energy has been misused, and you can see how much havoc is happening in this metal world, right? So that's why I think I thought of I heard from Maharaj, Shavan Maharaj, and then I thought of explaining, because this is very relevant for us to understand this topic very deeply, and how this lust is very dangerous in our spiritual life, right? So how we can curve this, or we need to understand how this has come, no? So if you see, if you go to Brahma Samhita, there it has been explained, uh, like in the beginning of the creation, the Lord desired to create the metal world. So when the Lord desire is the metal world creation, so that Lord desire takes the shape of Sambhu. Hmm? Because the Lord is always engaged with Rama Devi, that is Lakshmi. So he has no time. So the Lord desire takes the form of Sambhu, and Sambhu, Lord Sambhu, when get united with the material energy, then we all the living entities impregnated, and then different jiva gets a different body. You understood? So that's what it said in Brahma Samhita, Shiram Yata Dahi Vikara Vishesha Yoga. So a Vikara Vishesha Yoga is Lord Sambhu. Even though he is not different from Govinda, but still he is different from Govinda, because his mood is somewhat different. Sambhu's mood is tinged with what? He has a ankar. So because he has ankar, he has a separate mood from the Govinda. So when he union with the material energy, and then when he gives birth to many living entities, and we also have the same mood. What is that? Ankar. And ankar is what? False ego. What is meant by false ego? To be independent. To be independent is a false. We cannot be independent. That's why it is called as false ego. And then the best way to express the false ego is what? How the jiva express the false ego in a very highest way is sex desire or sex life. So the best way to show that a living entity is a rebellious person is that the more you will be indulging in the sex life. You understood? So now you see the metal world now, the Kali Yuga is progressing. So this is taken up a very wrong shape. Right? So the degree we are rebellious, that much degree we will be indulging in illicit sex. Right? So that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains to this. So that's why we need to control this sex desire, because we have two kind of tendency. One is tendency to serve, and one is tendency to enjoy. So if you don't curb this powerful desire, then what will happen? This desire will actually destroy our subtle sentiments. What is that subtle sentiment? The subtle sentiment is to serve the Supreme Personality of God. Mm. So that's why it's so important that we curve this. So actually, this attraction is there. Like the gopis get attracted. This in the first chapter, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Adiras. It is explained about Adiras. So this is the general attraction a jiva has for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even that is also called as kama. That gopis have attraction for the Supreme Lord. That is also kama, but that is pure. So in Rupa Goswami Bhavat explains Ujjwal Neelamani that when uh, jiva gets attracted to the Supreme Lord, there are 10 different stages happens. But same thing we can see in this material world, the 10 different thing happens when we get attracted to opposite sex. So the first stage is Chakshurag. Chakshuraj means attraction through the eyes. So the moment we see opposite sex we get attracted through the eyes. If someone want to get protected, then the first thing is that he should be very chaste physically. He should not see through the eyes in a lusty way. But now the modern technology is very good. And they're trying to use this chakshu rock in the mobiles, so much of ads, so that uh, people get attracted to the opposite sex, and then so that if you really want to control your lust, then in the very first stage we should work on. Then if you neglect that, then the next stage is what? Chitta Sangha. Then naturally you will develop attachment in the mind. Hmm? You'll be, because you saw it, you'll start contemplating, and then you'll think of about that more and more. Hmm? So attraction increases. And then the next stage, that is third stage, that is Sankalpa. Once the attraction is increases more in the mind, then you take a sankalp. You become determined. Your determination becomes strong, and you plan that, oh, how I can meet her, how I can be with her. Then that is how it goes deeper and deeper. And then the next stage, it is nidra cheda. Then you lose sleep. Huh? You will not sleep. I see the people there in mobile talking this, that, right? And imagining will be like this, right? They don't sleep. When you don't sleep, naturally your appetite goes off, and then you become, that is called tanutha, and you become thin. Mm. People become, those who are get involved in this thing, they become thin. Huh? This is the next stage. And then the next stage is Vishaya Nivriti. They lose interest. They also become like renunciant, They give up friends, they give up family, they give up job, reading. And I don't think they'll give up job, because but they give up everything. They keep bird, and then they, it's a vague thing. Like. And then Trapanas means he becomes shameless. He can do anything. He can do anything. Right? So we have seen many like that, and so many news regarding that. And the next stage is Unmad. He becomes mad. Hmm. And then the next stage is Muksha, unconscious. He becomes unconscious, and then at the end is Mrityu, and he becomes die. He dies actually. So this lust actually, it kills a person. Hmm. So that's why we have to be very, very careful. Hmm. Hmm. Understanding this lust, how it can actually spoil our energy. Hmm. It will spoil our energy to serve Krishna. Hmm. It will spoil our heart. It can spoil our mind. It can spoil everything actually. So if you can understand this, and then if you invest our energy in the proper way, then our life can be successful, and then we can progress very fast. Actually, we were reading yesterday in the verse, like Narad Muni caused by Prajapati Daksh. So I was thinking that how this dangerous lust can be overcome. How we can come out of this. only one way we can come out of this is only if we can taste little bit of bhakti ras. If you don't taste bhakti ras, then it will be very, very difficult to come out of this problem actually. So if you see, the Prabhupada condemns this. Prabhupada condemns illicit sex. Prabhupada says that one should chant the holy name of the Lord and then do little tapasya. Like in the purport, Prabhupada was explaining that um, uh, he thought that must be due to severe austerity performed there. uh, uh, in like whatever the attractive features he had, it is because of the austerity. In the upcoming verse will be explained that I think you got this beauty because you have done a lot of tapasya. So only by performing tapasya one looks beautiful. Whatever what do you say, the cosmetics a person may apply, but he may not look beautiful, but our devotees are naturally beautiful, right? So Prabhupada once said that, like, others they said your disciples are very what do you say, huh? Oh, yes, your disciples have a very bright face. Yes, they are from Vaikunta. Right? So devotee looks so attractive because they serve the most attractive Lord. They chant the most attractive Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, so when we perform tapasya, we become attractive. Even though they may not look good, but sorry, they may not be like white complex, but fair complex, but still they look good because they perform tapasya. But same tapasya can be destroyed by this energy actually. Right? So that's why Prabhupada said, you have to chant the holy name of the Lord. Same time, you have to do some tapasya. What is the tapasya? Follow four regulatory principle. Actually, this is what the sthanam is. If you are properly situated in our varna or ashram, if you properly follow these rules and regulation, then the spiritual, you get time to practice spiritual life. Right? You get time to chant the holy name peacefully. Right? This actually, this regulatory principle actually act as a protection layer. If you take a mango, if there is no outer covering, if you remove the covering of the mango and then you keep it, how long it will stay? How long it will stay? For some time actually. Same way, the this main process can be protected if you are properly situated according to and our nature actually. And then if you follow the rules and regulation according to the life, like brahmachari should follow the brahmachari standard. A grihastha should follow a grihastha standard. It's not that brahmachari follows little bit of brahmachari standard and little bit of grihastha standard. There is no tatastha. One has to be, he has to be situated in his own in the ashram. That's why it's so important to decide an ashram and then progress. If he is not deciding his ashram, then it will be very detrimental, or it may not be, like he may not just like Priyavarta, even though he thought that I'm a pure devotee, but Lord Brahma said, no, 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 you cannot transcend the law of the law that God has given. So then after he got into Grihastha life, and then he was very much attached to his wife. But in the beginning, he tried to give up falsely. But that actually the first step talks about the real renunciation versus false renunciation. So that's why if you're properly situated, then Priyavarta become very powerful personality. If you're not properly situated, then you will shrink, and then you will shrink, and you will shrink, and then uh, it will become a burden actually. If a person is properly situated, then he will grow nicely. So that's why it's so important that Prabhupada actually emphasizes this, that this energy should be properly directed. Huh? Because if it is not properly directed, it will actually bond you in this metal world. Hmm? And then Prabhupada's, he quotes one song, one Vaishnava song written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I think we have few minutes. We can sing this beautiful song, which actually glorifies the holy name. I thought, because there is only one solution to come out of this problem. No? Until unless we have this material body, we will have rest. Right? But if you chant the holy name, if you get attached to the holy name, then we can curb this dangerous problem, which dangerous impedance which in the spiritual life. So Prabhupada says that about how the Narad Muni, when he when with this veena, when he chanted Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then by chanting this holy name, he liberated the sons of Prajapati Daksh. Right? So then in that verse, like sixth canto, fifth chapter, sloka number 22, Prabhupada quotes the entire Vaishnav song. Prabhupada comes in ecstasy, how the holy name is. So I thought we can sing this and then understand what this. We have few minutes. So Narada Muni Bhajaya Veena Radhika Ramana Name. Narada Muni Bhajaya Veena Radhika Ramana Name. नाममणि उदित होय भक्त गीत सामे আমি আদার বরিষ গান শ্রবণ युगल गीया हरिष गान भक्त जन संगे नाचे बारिय अपन हिया जन संगे नाचे मधुरीपुर सब पासे माताया जगत जाने सब पासे माताया केहवा कांदे केहवा नाचे केहवा माते माने माने केहवा नाचे पंचवदन नारदधारी प्रेम रस घन रोला कमल सन नाचिया बाले बोलो बोलो हरि बोलो नाचिया बाले सहस्रनान परम सुखे हरि हरि बलि गाया परम सुखे हरि हरि बलि नाम प्रभवे मतिल विश्वास नाम रस सबे पाए मतिल विश्वास श्री कृष्ण नाम रसन स्फुरी पुरला मर आशा रसन स्फुरी पुरला मर श्री रूप पदे अजय भक्ति विनोद दासा हरे Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So when Narad Muni plays his veena, that Radhika Raman sound, it's actually Krishna's name. Actually, it's said that it's entering like a nectar. Right? So when that enters, devotee dances in ecstasy, and they become intoxicated. Hmm. And then they drink. They also drink some beverage. What is that beverage? Madhuri Pura. The Namaras they drink. Once they drink, what happened? People drink and something happens. So when devotee drinks Namaras, then what happens? They also cry, they also dance, they behave like mad person. Publicly they dance. They forget about the outside people. And then they dance within the heart. And some people they don't feel like dancing in publicly, then they dance within the heart. And Lord Shiva comes and embraces Narad Muni and then and begins talking in ecstatic voice. And seeing Lord Shiva dancing with Narad, Lord Brahma also joins, saying, all of you kindly chant Haribol, Haribol. And Indra also joins. And then what he says? Haribol, Haribol. So, in this way, the influence of transcendental vibration, the holy name of the God, the whole universe become ecstatic. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, when the universe becomes ecstatic, my desire is satisfied. So that is the desire of Vaishnava. So when that day will come, the whole world chants the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I prayed, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays that, so let this holy name spread everywhere. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, this holy name has actually fulfilled my desire. What is the desire? Desire is that the whole world chant this holy name of the Lord and be happy and be satisfied. So we cannot be satisfied by engaging in lusty affairs, but we can only be satisfied if we can please the Lord. That's why when we chant the holy name of the Lord, as Prabhuji was saying very nicely in the early morning, that we have to chant for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas, we have to chant for the pleasure of the spiritual master, we have to chant for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So we should not try to approach the holy name in the enjoying mode. Let me chant and then take out something. No, we chant that, oh, by chanting the holy name, Lord is pleased. My spiritual master is pleased. Vaishnavas are so pleased. If someone chants very seriously, the Vaishnava is very pleased. Guru is very pleased. Oh, he is taking up the process very seriously. So let me please my spiritual master. Let me please my Lord. With this attitude, when we chant the holy name of the Lord, and then the Lord reciprocates. And then Lord sees, oh, this person want to serve me. And then that type of chanting actually is chanting with sambandh. The chanting with relationship. Is chanting with some purpose. If you don't chant with the purpose, then it becomes mechanical. Then you have the desire to hear. So the Prabhupada, it's 1 more minute. So Prabhupada actually emphasized, and Prabhupada actually teaches us how we can go deep into chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada says that we have to hear properly. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that the neophyte should focus on hearing. He should not focus on increasing more rounds. He should focus on hearing. Because if a neophyte does not learn how to chant, then he may be chanting so many rounds, but he may not hear. And what is the use? Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says that it is actually you're accumulating saliva, that's all. You're not doing anything. You just some saliva comes out. That's it. Nothing happens. That's what we see. We've been chanting for so many years. Still, we are struggling with lower modes. Mm. So that's why uh, we have to chant at least in the beginning, few rounds. I'll just focus on hearing. It could be slow, but let me hear. Like I was yesterday, is Grace Brujan was giving lecture. He emphasizes on this one point: hear. How good to hear the holy name. If you can hear one mantra, no, if you can hear Hare, your life is successful. Right? Because it's so powerful. So that's what Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, that a neophyte should focus on hearing the holy name than increasing his round. Hmm? So, and but we need to get some impetus to do that, to hear. What is that impetus? Today I just want to please my Lord, please my spiritual master, and please Vaishnavas. So let me do this. Let me hear one mantra. Let me hear Hare. So when you approach in this way, then you can see that you will go deeper into the holy name, and then you will see the holy name is the only shelter. Then you can realize that I have taken so much of shelter in this metal world. Everything has bound me in this metal world, but the only one shelter which can actually uh, cut all this, what do you say, all other shelter, and then put me into the permanent shelter. That is the permanent ashray. That is at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So sorry, I try to say something which I heard here and there. If something is useful, please accept it, because it's coming from my superiors. And if anything, that you can feel free to give some feedbacks, Prabhuji. Some any uh, question or any comments? One question. Okay, I think everything is clear. I think. Yes, Tarun Mohan Prabhu is my old friend, and as an eyelids, Tarun Mohan Prabhu assisted me, and I immaturely chastised him. But he takes it very positively. I don't know, he sees many good things even though I don't have. And anyway, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Vaji, for wonderful class and telling us the importance, the solutions to hear the holy name. But many times we sit for chanting with this mood to hear the holy name, and we try, but mind goes somewhere else only. Although we try to set the prayers as we heard, try to hear, but we find it very difficult. So, can you give some more solution that how
Yes,
we
it is
can?
very difficult actually, because it's not so easy. It's easy to say, difficult. That's why we have to practice. The Prabhupada says that when we practice it, actually we should understand that this path is given by a Mahajan. Then Mahajan path, when we do it very sincerely, we are actually progressing towards back to Godhead actually. So this one thing is that it's a process. Before that, we should know the goal. The goal is we're going to get an amazing goal, that is someday we're going to see Krishna face to face. So when we have that, the mind may trouble here and there, but we can be determined. As Prabhupada says, be determined, bring back the mind, focus on hearing. One more thing, practical thing, which Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Narinam Chintamani, is that how to tackle this mind problem is that to celebrate Vaishnavacharyas, appearance and disappearance. When you celebrate the Vaishnavacharyas, appearance and disappearance, what happens is that certain percentage of their faith is gets in. So the why the mind problem, we are not able to focus. All prayers becomes mechanical. Actually, the underlying thing is that we are lacking faith. And the faith is not there. So if you serve Vaishnavas, and then if you read Vaishnavacharya's life, and we celebrate their appearance and disappearance, that may help you in this. And that's what and I also try to apply this point. I feel it is helpful also. And especially the problem of indifference, which you're talking about. This is indifference, no? Which is prayers and everything. It becomes mechanical, it becomes indifference, no? Only way to get out of this is this, to get the faith from um, the devotees who have faith. As yesterday, Bridget was saying, if you want to become sincere, associate with sincerity. Right? Who could be more sincere than our previous acharyas? So, and then the current acharyas who are strictly following their footsteps. And as Prabhuji said, as Prabhuji said that, Prabhuji, but I'm not able to see the Vaishnavas like acharyas. If you can see a better Vaishnava than you, then serve them so that you can get that. He said, no, it's Namabas. You have to chant Namabas in the beginning, like Shraddha Namabas. How you can come to the stage of Shraddha Namabas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that when you chant continuously, and then in some point of the time, like you have this feeling that, my Lord, I just want to serve you. So you get Namabas. So same way, when you serve the Vaishnavas, little faith, what they have, you get it, and then that will help you. That's why Vaishnava Seva, it's very important if you really want to develop faith in them. That's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you want to develop taste in the Krishna Katha, then what do you have to do? You have to serve the Vaishnavas. So that's, thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Harinam Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.